Hey guys, Andrew here. So yesterday I was driving to the McDonald's to get myself lunch, and I noticed on the side of the road a car accident, and it got me thinking, driving's really dangerous, right? I mean, lots of people must die from it. So I went home and I looked up some statistics, and it turns out that 6 million people die every year in the USA from car accidents. That's a really big number. So that many people who just clearly don't know how to drive and are killing people around them, I thought it was probably a good idea to make a video and tell you guys how to survive the drive. So let's do this. I always hear that it's important to pay attention to people around you when you're driving, and I agree wholeheartedly. But I'm a human being, and I'm really bad at multitasking. That's why I decided to install a dash cam. You should too. If a computer can do it for me, why should I do it? After all, that's what computers are for, right? So instead of paying attention to my surroundings as I drive, I have a dash cam so I can go look back at the footage after I finish getting in an accident. We've all seen the crazy drivers zooming in and out of traffic way ahead of everybody at breakneck speeds. This message is for you. You're not helping anybody by driving like that, alright? That's not an efficient place to drive. You need to drive somewhere that's far more efficient than in traffic. Now, what's most important is that I can use your reckless driving to help me out. So, I need you to drive through my neighborhood every day, just like you do in traffic, except there's not really a bunch of cars around. And do that until you hit my neighbor's dog. Dogs offend me. They should offend you too. I don't know about you, but I'm always getting stopped by red lights. Since this inconveniences me, I'm pretty sure that it causes a lot of accidents. That's why I made these special glasses. Basically, they flip the color of red and green. And that way, when I need the light to be green, it is. Now you're probably thinking about the obvious problem with this. After all, what happens when I'm going through the intersection and a car comes by and I hit it as it's going the other way? Well, first of all, what's wrong with you? The car, I'm not hitting that car's hitting me. And then secondly, we all know that if the light is green on one side, then it's red on the other. So really, they're hitting me, and they're running the red light. In fact, since you questioned me about that, you're the one who's running the red light. You need to stop doing that. It's against the law. It's probably killing people. I often come across a bunch of white diagonal lines while I'm driving. That's racist. Why aren't there brown lines on the asphalt? Or black lines? These are the questions that the government needs to be asking, but they're not. And that's why there are people dying out there. Maybe if they did, there'd be less racists on the road killing people. We need to reduce racism. Also, I often see people walking on those white lines. Why are you doing that? It's absolutely disgusting. Can't you people see I'm driving there? What if I accidentally run over you? Well, then you'd be dead. Honestly, government should just get rid of those things. They're just so dangerous. Every time I drive, I see people texting and driving. This kills countless people on the road every year. This activity disgusts me, as it should. Phones are evil. Now, I interviewed many grumpy old men about this subject, and they all agreed with me. So that's how I know my opinion is correct. That gives me comfort. Phones kill people. What do you think that those people are doing while they're texting and driving? They're contacting people. Don't be that person. I had a phone once. People were constantly contacting me. The government monitors all the calls, as we know. And they were getting all that information about me. What do you think they're doing with all that information? They're making clones, of course. And then they're going to go replace us. It's already happening. Why do you think that your coworker suddenly became so efficient at his job? It's because the government replaced him with a clone. Wait a second. Maybe that's why Donald Trump is doing such a good job as the president. He got replaced by a clone. I gotta get out of here. Oh, and one last thing. You remember that statistic that I mentioned earlier about 6 million people that die every year in the US from car accidents? Well, approximately 120% of those come from blonde women who are on the road driving with a legal permit. Listen, it's not worth it. And I'm not being sexist here, I'm being blondest. Stupid blonde woman using the crosswalks again.
Go, speed up.
She's a blonde woman. Get her! Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that these tips helped you to become a better driver or to just stop driving altogether if you're blonde. Just consider subscribing. It doesn't really cost you anything, and we do a lot of work to get these videos out. But anyway, I gotta go research what those white lines on the road crosswalks are, so I'll see you guys later.
Bloopers.
Wait a second. Maybe that's why Donald Trump is doing such a good job. Wait a second. Maybe that's why Donald... Wait a second. And... Wait a second. Maybe that's why Donald Trump is... Wait a second. Maybe that's why Donald...
What is that?